Good morning, my dear students. We are in chapter 3 of accountancy and working out 12 marks problems. We have worked out totally 7 problems. Today let's move on to problem number 8. In this problem, we are given totally 9 transactions, out of which 3 transactions will have compound journal entries, whereas the remaining 6 transactions will have a simple journal entry. So let's read the problem and we'll start the solution. And I'm sure you have written the problem and you have drawn the columns also. So let's work out, my dear students. The question asked is journalize the following transactions. So our heading of the solution will be journal entries in the books of dash dash, because name of the business is not given in this problem. Okay, let's read the questions. 2020 Jan 1, first transaction. Commenced business with the cash rupees 40,000, a simple transaction. So you know now how to identify the accounts. What we have to do? We have to identify 2 accounts. For that purpose we have to underline. So what are the things you will underline? One is commenced business, the other one is cash. So commenced business and cash you have underlined. What is commenced business? Which account you are identifying? Capital account. The other account is cash account. So one is cash account, the other one is capital account. So we know capital account is always credited. So here cash account is debited because cash comes into the business and capital is a liability. So what's the journal entry? Cash account debited to capital account. So write the journal entry, dear students. Jan 1. Cash account debited to capital account. Jan 1. So journal entry is cash account debited to capital account. Amount of the transaction is 40,000. Narration. Being commenced business with cash. Draw a line. So first transaction is over, a simple journal entry. Second transaction, this is also a simple journal entry. Jan 5. Bought goods from Ravi rupees 10,000. Bought goods from Ravi rupees 10,000. So identify the 2 accounts, underline. One is bought goods, other one is Ravi. So bought goods is also called purchased goods. So purchased goods and bought goods is one and the same. So which account you are going to identify here? It is purchases account. So one account we identified for bought goods is purchases account. What's the other account? Ravi's account. So purchases account and Ravi's account. Any idea which account has to be debited? We know purchases account is always debited. So purchases account debited, Ravi's account is credited. So goods comes into the business, Ravi is the giver of goods. So entry is purchases account debited to Ravi's account. Write down Jan 5. Jan 5. Purchases account debited. Purchases account debited to Ravi's account. What's the amount of purchases? It is 10,000. Narration. B. Bought goods from Ravi. Bought goods from Ravi. Draw a line. So second entry or transaction is over. Third one, Jan 8. Sold goods to Vinayak rupees 15,000. A simple journal entry. So see them. Sold goods to Vinayak. Underline 2 things. One is sold goods. The other one is Vinayak. Okay. Sold goods means which account? Sales account. Other account is Vinayak's account. So 2 accounts we identified are sales account and Vinayak's account. So we know sales account is always credited. Vinayak's account will be debited because goods goes out. So sales account is credited. Vinayak is the receiver of goods. So debited. So entry is Vinayak's account debited to sales account. So date is Jan 8. Vinayak's account debited. Vinayak's account debited to sales account. Narration: being sold goods to Vinayak. Amount is, what's the amount? 15,000. Go to the next transaction. Date is Jan 10. Returned goods to Ravi rupees 300. Underline returned goods. One more account is Ravi. So one is Ravi's account. What is the account to be identified when we underline returned goods? That means what? See the transaction date Jan 5. Jan 5 ಅನ್ನೋದು. Jan 5 transaction bought goods from Ravi. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು? ರವಿಯಿಂದ ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ Jan 5th we have purchased goods from Ravi worth rupees 10,000. Today, that is Jan 10, we return goods to Ravi. How much? 300. So that means that on Jan 5th we have purchased goods from Ravi worth rupees 10,000. Out of that, 300 worth goods are defective. So those goods are returned back. So which goods are returned back? Purchased goods are returned back. So account to be identified when we write the word returned goods is purchases returns or purchase returns ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಸೇಮ್ ನೇಮ್ ರವಿ ಇದರ ಮೊದಲು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, Jan 5ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು? ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು? ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ದ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ purchase returns. So understood. So two accounts we identified in this transaction are, one is purchase returns account and the other account we identified is Ravi's account. So two accounts, purchase returns account and Ravi's account. Any idea you remember, my dear students, which I told you? Look at me, remember like this: purchases, purchase returns, sales, sales returns. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಡಿ. Purchases, purchase returns, sales, sales returns. Purchases is always debited. So purchase returns is always credited. Okay, ಇದು clear? Purchases always debited, purchase returns is always credited. Sales, sales returns ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ? Sales is always credited, sales returns is always debited. So clear? So ಹೇಳುವ ನಾಲ್ಕನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ. Purchases, purchase returns, sales, sales returns. Purchases is always debited, purchase returns is always credited. Sales is always credited, sales returns is always debited. So ಹೀಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Come back, we are in Jan 10th transaction, returned goods to Ravi. We identified two accounts, purchase returns account and Ravi's account. Now tell me about purchase returns account. How to remember? Purchases is always debited, purchase returns account is always credited. So purchase returns account is credited, so Ravi's account is debited. So what will be the entry? Ravi's account debited to purchase returns account. Date is Jan 10. So what's the entry? Ravi's account debited to purchase returns account. Right down. Jan 10. Ravi's account debited. Ravi's account debited to returns account. Amount is 300. 300. Narration. Being goods returned to Ravi. Okay, so 4 transactions are over. Let's move on to the next transaction, that is Jan 12. Jan 12th transaction says Vinayak returned us goods rupees 300. Vinayak returned us goods rupees 300. Understood? Okay. So Vinayak, just see the name, underline Vinayak. One more is returned us goods. Okay. Now see, Vinayak's name comes before this also. So which transaction? Jan 8th transaction. So see the Jan 8th transaction. What happened on that date? Sold goods to Vinayak rupees 15,000. We have sold goods to Vinayak. So that means which account? Sold means sales account. Okay, so we have sold goods or sales was there on Jan 8th. Now we are on Jan 12th. Here Vinayak returned us goods. See, on Jan 8th we sold goods to Vinayak. There were defective goods, so Vinayak returns 300 worth goods to us. Which goods are returned? Sold goods are returned. Correct? On Jan 8th we have sold. So sold goods are returned back and those will be called sales returns. So here returned as goods means sales returns account we have to identify. The other account is Vinayak's account. So 2 accounts identified in Jan 12th transaction are Vinayak's account and sales returns account. Now identify, dear students, which account has to be debited and which account has to be credited. Any idea? Just now in the previous transaction I said purchases always debit, purchase returns always credit, sales always credit, sales returns always debit. So we are in sales returns account. So sales returns account should be always debited. So sales returns account is debited, Vinayak's account is credited. So what's the journal entry? Sales returns account debited to Vinayak's account. So write down, date is Jan 12. Jan 12, sales returns account debited Vinayak's account, to Vinayak's account, date being Vinayak returned goods to us. Draw a line. Date is 300. Okay. Next one, date Jan 15. Okay, so here you have to be a bit careful. So there is a compound entry in this transaction. Let's read it. Paid Ravi 5,000 rupees by cash and the balance through check. Dear students, only one amount is given to us, so we should not think that there are only 2 accounts. There are two amounts. One is hidden amount and we can identify because the word is given balance, underline balance. Okay, what is the meaning of this transaction? This means that we have paid Ravi 5,000 rupees cash. Okay, and remaining whatever amount balance is there, that we have paid through check. Okay, accounts identified here I will tell you first. One is Ravi, underline. Next one is cash. Okay. Third one is check. Okay, check you have to underline. So tell me the accounts identified. One is Ravi's account. Other one is cash account. Check means bank account. So you cannot write checks account. You have to write check is given to the bank always. So you have to write whenever the word check is there, paid through check, you have to identify that as a bank account. So clear? So three accounts identified: Ravi's account, cash account, bank account. Now what should be the amount? Because we are given only one amount, that is paid by cash is 5,000. How much is paid by check, that we have to find out. Now look at the board, dear students. So we will take for example Ravi. Okay. First see date Jan 5. So from there we are starting with the Ravi. Jan 5. On Jan 5 we have purchased goods from Ravi. Correct? So we have purchased goods from Ravi worth how much? 10,000. Correct already? 10,000. Okay. Jan 10th transaction. See Jan 10. Returned goods to Ravi 300. What is the meaning? On Jan 5th, we purchased 10,000 worth of goods. Out of this, 300 worth goods we have returned back. Correct? Defective ittu adrinda return madideve. Hagadre, how much money we have to pay to Ravi? Raviಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು? 9,700. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಜಾನ್ 15th ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು. ಈಗ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ? ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? 5,000 ವರ್ತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್. ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 4,700. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಚೆಕ್ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಚೆಕ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್? ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ನೌ? ಸೊ 3 ಅಮೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ನೋಡಿ ನಮಗೆ. ರವಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 9,700, ನಾಟ್ 10,000, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 300 ವರ್ತ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಡ್. ಸೊ 9,700 payment has to be made to Ravi. Out of that, cash we are paying 5,000 and through check or bank we are paying 4,700. So let's identify the accounts once again. What are the three accounts we identified in this transaction? Ravi's account, cash account, bank account. Cash comes in or goes out? Cash banta, cash paid. Cash is paid, so cash goes out. Correct? So cash account is credited. Check or bank. Check kottadda ನಾವು, ಚೆಕ್ ಬಂದದ್ದ ನಮಗೆ. We have given the check, we have issued the check, ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ also goes out ಅಥವಾ ಚೆಕ್ goes out. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ is also credit. Ravi's account debited because Ravi will be the receiver of the amount. So Ravi's account is debited, cash account and bank account is credited. So what will be the journal entry? Ravi's account debited, to cash account, to bank account. So though they have given only one amount in the transaction, my dear students, you can make out that there is a 4,700. So somewhere near the problem, you just write down this. ಈ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ರವಿ 10,000 minus 300, cash 5,000, bank 4,700. So let's write the journal entry now. So what's the journal entry we said? Ravi's account debited, to cash account, to bank account. Let's write. Date is Jan 15. Jan 15. Ravi's account debited, to cash account, to bank account. So if you want, you can write the amount here also in the bracket. 10,000 minus 300 here, that is 9,700 to Ravi. Cash we know, cash how much is paid? 5,000. Remaining balance is 4,700. Here if you want, you can write 9,700 minus 5,000 balance ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ 4,700. So clear with the amount narration. Being paid cash to Ravi, paid cash to Ravi, and the balance in check. Draw the column. Next one. Dear students, we'll see Jan 18th transaction. We'll see them. Received check from Vinayak rupees 10,000 and the balance received by cash. Now it is similar, but there is a difference that I'll tell you. So let's identify now the accounts to be identified. First try underline received check, complete received check. Okay. Next underline Vinayak. Next underline cash. Okay. Here dear students, one important thing I have to say. Okay. Listen. When I said in my previous transaction, that is Jan 15th, where we said paid Ravi 5,000 by cash and the balance through check, correct? When I said the balance through check, which account we have to identify? I said it is bank account. Okay. Paid through check anteli idre athava issued check anteli idre, we have to identify the account as a bank account. But a small important note, my dear students, in Jan 18th transaction, I hope you will understand. But suppose if you get any doubts, you will get it clarified in the next chapter when we prepare cash book. So alli nimge clear agtade. But ega for the time being, what I say, you just remember this. If check is issued athava if payment is made through check, you have to identify the account as bank account. But if you received a check, you have to identify that account as cash account only. Ishtu artha aita? ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಆಗ ಚೆಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಸ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ Jan 15th ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. Jan 18th ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಬಂತು ನಮಗೆ. ಇಫ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್, we don't consider it as bank, we consider it as cash received. Why? I will explain you in the next chapter. Okay, so you just remember for the time being, because to explain I may need 1 hour for that. So leave it. For the time being, we'll understand like this. If check is paid or check is issued, it is bank account. If check is received, it is cash account itself. So dear students, in this transaction, you have to identify only 2 accounts. Okay, though it is received check, it will be cash. So in the bracket they received check underline ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮೇಲೆ bracket ಅಲ್ಲಿ cash ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. Okay, so you will understand that. Then one more account we identified was Vinayak, that we understood. There is one more account, balance received by cash. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ cash. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್, ಪುನಃ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್, ವಿನಾಯಕ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡುವ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕುವ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದಾಯಿತು? ವಿನಾಯಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿಯೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎರಡೂ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದೇ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ? ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ನೌ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ Jan 8. Jan 8 ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ, ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? sold goods to Vinayak rupees 15,000. Look at the board. ವಿನಾಯಕ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, ನಮಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೌ ಮಚ್ he has to pay? 15,000 he has to pay. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಓಕೆ. Jan 12th transaction ನೋಡಿ. Look at Jan 12th transaction. ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್. ಈ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್, ಅದರಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ರೂಪಾಯಿದು? 300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಟು ಅಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 14,700. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? 14,700. ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? 10,000. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? 10,000. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 4,700. ಅದು ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು? ಕ್ಯಾಶಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ವಿನಾಯಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಅಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 14,700. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ 14,700 ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್, ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ he gives us a check for 10,000. So 14,700 minus 10,000, that is 4,700 balance paid in cash. Read the transaction again. Jan 18th. Correct? ಓದಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? But here in this transaction, though check received, we consider it as cash received. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಇದನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಿಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ though check is received, we consider it as cash received. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು? 2 ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಸ್ ಒಂದು 10,000 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 4,700. ಸೊ 14,700 ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್. ಚೆಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶೇ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿನಾಯಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ದ ಅದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಔಟ್? ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು? ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್, ವಿನಾಯಕ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಹೌ ಮಚ್? 14,700. Vinayak's account credited. Vinayak is the giver of cash. So how much? 14,700. So same amount ಆಯಿತು. So Vinayak 10,000 plus 4,700, 14,700 and cash. Vinayak 15,000 minus 300, 14,700. So let's write the journal entry. What's the journal entry? It is, what's the entry? Cash account debited to Vinayak's account, date Jan 18. So remember the amount. I hope you have written down this. So let me write the entry for Jan 18. Jan 18. Cash account debited. Cash account debited to Vinayak's account. Vinayak's account. So here dear students, for cash amount ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡುವ. Cash how much is that? 10,000 check received plus 4,700 balance received in cash, 14,700. 14,700. Vinayak's account 15,000 ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ವಿನಾಯಕಿಂದ, 300 goods returned. So Vinayak's account is also 14,700. Narration: being received check and cash from Vinayak. You can write the narration in any way as you understand. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to write as it is given in the transaction. We just refer it for our convenience. If you understood, anyway, in a brief way you have to write the narration. So this is understood now. Jan 18 transaction. So 2 more transactions are there. Let's move on. Date is Jan 20. Withdrawn cash rupees 1,000 and goods worth rupees 500 for domestic use. 2 amounts are given, so 3 accounts. Okay, compound entry. Withdrawn cash, underline cash. Goods, okay. Domestic use, Three items we underlined: cash, goods, domestic use. One by one. Cash means cash account. Goods means stock account. Okay, goods means stock account. Domestic use. What are the other names for domestic use? Personal use, household expenses, household purpose antali helideve. Domestic purpose, domestic use, personal use, one and the same. When the word comes personal use or domestic use, which account you will identify? It is drawings account. So account to be identified when the word given is a domestic use is drawings account. So now tell me, my dear students, what are the three accounts you have identified? One is cash, other one is stock, the other one is drawings account. So drawings account, stock account, cash account. Clear? Okay. Now put the accounts in a proper order, which is debit, which is credit. See the drawings account. Drawings account, we know it is always debited. Drawings account is always debited. So keep that in mind. Drawings account debited. Cash and stock. Cash comes into the business or goes out of the business. Personal use ge businessman tegedre business in the cash ಏನಾಯಿತು? comes in goes out, goes out. ಸರಿಯಾ? Similarly stock also, goods ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. Stock also goes out. Okay. So drawings account always debited. Cash and stock goes out of the business, so it is credited. What will be the journal entry? Drawings account debited, to cash account, to stock account. My dear students, I have already told you, some take, instead of stock, they also take purchases, but I have taken here stock because goods means stock goes out of the business. So if I say purchases, you will get confused, so you write stock only. So what's the journal entry once again? Drawings account debited, to cash account, to stock account. So you can write purchases also, to purchases account, it's not wrong. Okay. So we'll write there Jan 20. Jan 20. So what's the entry? Drawings account debited. Drawings account debited, to cash account, to stock account. If you want, you can write purchases also. If you want, it is optional. Okay. So drawings account debited, to cash account, to stock account. Narration being withdrawn. Withdrawn ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೆಗೆಯುವುದು. Withdrawn cash and goods for personal use. Drawing line. Write down. How much are drawings? Total ಎಷ್ಟು withdraw ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 1000 plus 500. So drawings account debited 1500. Cash is 1000 and stock is 500. Goods are 500. Last transaction. Date June 25. Paid for printing charges rupees 500. Simple. Paid, underline. Printing charges. Paid means which account? Cash account. Paid means cash account. The other account is printing charges account. So two accounts identified, cash account and printing charges account. Cash anna noಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Comes in or goes out? Cash goes out. So cash is paid. So cash goes out. So how will be the entry? Printing charges account will be debited. Cash goes out, so cash account will be credited. So journal entry will be printing charges account debited to cash account. So printing charges account debited to cash account, June 25. Printing charges account debited to cash account. Narration: the printing charges paid. So solution. You can draw the full column. Amount is 500. So this is the solution of problem number 8. Thank you, my dear students, for watching me. Thank you once again.